So this week I'm going to play Zurgo Bellstriker, the premier mono red deck in the format. Um, this is what the deck looks like when I first loaded the deck up from the deck list. I loaded it from a guy, Zhang Jialing, who's gotten quite a few 5-0s with the deck. I mean, it's not a ton, but a few. So he's actually able to, pilot this through several leagues and come out 5-0, which is pretty impressive for a mono red deck. So obviously I'm not much of a mono red player and there's not a lot of overlap with a lot of these cards and some of the other staples in the format, which is all right. I've already priced it out, and it's about $20 for the 40 some odd cards that I'm missing. And the total of the deck is about $35. So it's probably the cheapest deck in the format, and it's really good introduction for people who don't want to spend a lot to get into the format. Obviously, the cheap mana base helps a ton. And now that Goblin Guide's been reprinted, the most expensive cards in the deck are Pyroblast and Red Elemental Blast, which are played in just about every red deck in the format anyway. So I already had those too. And if you grab them, they'll be very beneficial to you if you're playing, another deck in the format. Any red deck, Brea's going to play both of these cards, and quite a few other decks. So I'm going to buy up all these cards, and then test it out for a couple rounds, and then take it to a couple leagues and see how we do. Alright, got match one with Zurgo Bellstriker. We're on the play, which is always good. Playing against Leovold. This looks mostly keepable. Where's my... Stigma Lash is actually pretty interesting. See if we can put anything in front of it. Alright, he can't gain life for the rest of the game. Do we wait on the Abbot? I feel like we're kind of playing into something here. Let's just play this one thing and level it up once. Alright, he can't play Leovold yet. Looks like something's gonna have to die. Let's play the Abbot first. Now we're really kind of playing into a Wrath. Still can't play Leovold. Colitis. Oop, nope. It's a lot of damage. I think that's almost there. They can't gain life. We're still weak to soft to a Wrath. We can get 2 in. We can get another 2 in. Alright. Watery Grave. I don't think you want to take 2 damage there, do you? Yep, guess so. What do you got? Alright, we win. So, we managed to race a Wrath, and we got there. He was never able to play Leovold because his mana was bad. So this is what the deck is supposed to do. It's supposed to punish bad draws. And, you know, if a deck stumbles at all, this deck just clobbers it. So that's game 1. Alright, we got match 2. We are on the draw this time. Playing against Brea. This looks definitely keepable. We got 3 lands and 4 spells. Hard to argue with that. Harsh Mentor's pretty awesome. Yeah, doesn't count for Planeswalkers. If he's got an answer for Zurgo, then he's not playing a Mana Rock. If he is playing a Mana Rock, that's actually probably pretty bad for us. Yep, there's a Mana Rock. I guess Harsh Mentor makes pain lands all the more painful. Or, not pain lands, fetch lands. Cost 3 life instead of 1. Not sure what we play next turn. Depends on how much mana he taps down. If he taps all the way down, Goblin Rabblemaster is pretty good. Sin Prodder is pretty good. If he kills a creature, Brimstone Volley can kill Brea. Looks like he's going to play Brea. Shackles. Well, that is less than good. Alright, he takes 3 damage. Or 2 damage. Shackles is pretty brutal. Let's just play the Sin Prodder and say go. We do have Smash to Smithereens. If he lets go of the Harsh Mentor, then he takes 2 more damage every time he reactivates the Vidalcan Shackles. Hopefully we can outdraw this Vidalcan Shackles with Sin Prodder. He probably won't give me cards though. Yeah. Not looking great. I imagine Breya's pretty hard to beat. Breya's pretty hard to beat with most decks. It's at the worst, it's evenly matched against a lot of decks. Alright, we'll take 2. You gonna give me Collective Defiance? It does 4 damage to target creature. No, I didn't think you'd let me have that. Alright. You can't block it. It has Menace. That's why I killed your 2 little dudes. And if something dies, I can Brimstone Volley. So we might still be able to get out of this. Seems unlikely, but gotta play to our outs. He has to sacrifice 2 artifacts to use Breya, and we just killed his 2 birds. Right now. Well, I guess that is active right now. Unless he plays a land. And then I just won't play a land next turn. Alright. Vortex is definitely what we need here to... Oh, no, he's got a counter. I couldn't have waited on that. Oof. Worst possible counter. Let's play Legion Loyalist and say go. No good attacks here. Oh, he's deciding if he wants to untap Vidalcan Shackles. And he decides yes. So he takes 2 more damage to reactivate it. But it looks like he might try to take our Sin Prodder. What's he taking? Yep, Sin Prodder. Started taking damage from the Sin Prodder. So now instead he gets to take damage from the Harsh Mentor. Alright, so Definitely not going to play a land. I don't want to give him anything that's super good. I guess we just say go. Actually, Grenzo is pretty good. I don't really want to... I'd like to leave Brimstone Volley up, but we'll play Grenzo. Allows us to possibly play Goblin Rabblemaster next turn and be able to do something with Grenzo. Or he might just counter it. Alright, he doesn't counter it. If he's sacrificing artifacts, that's really good for us. Because I think it's got to be his 2 mana artifacts. That Fort Bolt was actually pretty clutch. He could just sacrifice Brea and a mana artifact. I think he has enough to recast Brea. But then he's taking 2 damage. Alright, he hits Harsh Mentor. So he did sacrifice Brea. I'll probably just take the damage. Yes. Alright, that's enough to recast Brea. We lose everything if we attack. But we kill a bunch of stuff. I think it's probably time to attack. To get first strike and trample. It makes it a little bit harder for him to make combat good for him. The first strike's kind of awesome against Sin Prodder. And actually, no, it's pretty awesome against everything. Except for Brea. Brea gets to just eat something. 3, 4. Alright. Do we exile? Yeah, that seems pretty good. I don't really see goading as being particularly beneficial. Alright, that those did nothing. Ah! I meant to click Brimstone Volley, and I cast Goblin Rabblemaster post-combat. I guess we'll play an Expedition map. That was a big oops. Brimstone Volley would have actually been really good here, because I could have killed Brea. Yeah, fine, I'll take 5 damage. I don't want him having Force of Will. I might still be able to make Brimstone Volley do 5 damage to his face. I mean, I've got him down to 9. See, Simprotter isn't as good in his hands as it is in his mind. Like, I just take the damage. Like, he's nowhere near doing... I mean, he's getting kind of close, but... I'm winning the race right now. I just need to be able to actually get the damage through. Do I attack? I have to attack with most of these things. He didn't block with Brea last turn, so I assume he is afraid that I have a spell that does like 3 damage to Brea. Which is pretty logical. Alright. Do we lose everything here? No, we don't lose everything. We keep Zurgo. Oh. Well, that does have a game life option. Wow. Brea is so good. What do we... We got that. That's pretty good. We could just draw a card. We could go for Handwear Garrison. That's probably pretty good. He can't actually control this giant thing. Writhing Township. Hanrir the Writhing Township. He can just take the Hanrir Garrison, though. We need a lot of mana. But this thing also gives things haste, which might allow us to get some damage through. Now, Vidalcan Shackle's untapped. That's not good for us. Alright. Just draw a card. 2 cards. Yeah, sure. Oh, he's got something for this? Man. Alright, it's probably over. Oh yeah, he's got that. I don't see Brimstone Valley being very good. It's doing 5 to his face. It's just better to get Bray off the field. Man, Bray is just so versatile. Has he got enough to do it again? I might have wanted to know that ahead of time. That's all his mana, at least. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can take control of Hazaret. But then it's no good to him? Shoot. I miscounted the number of cards in my hand. I should have firebolted. Anything. Literally anything. Sorry, guys. For some reason I thought it was 2 or less. I know it's 1 or less. I just wasn't thinking about it. He decided not to take it. Alright, well that's a bunch of damage, yeah. I guess he knows I don't have an instant I can cast. make him do it now. Do I firebolt that thing so I can get 2 damage through? 3 damage through, actually? You just take Zurgo next turn? I really wish I could get my smash to smithereens. Let's just attack with this. Oh, I guess it doesn't die, does it? Do I want it to die? Is that too much value to get rid of? Yeah, let's get 2 cards. Oh, and of course they're lands. Alright, Alright, let's wait a turn. What do we need? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands in play to cast this and activate it, and you'd have to have Vidalcan Shackles tapped at the time. I don't see that ever happening. So if it casts any creatures, this Shackles is actually the only thing. Like, Brea itself is versatile, but it's the Shackles that's been killing me, and I haven't drawn Smash to Smithereens. Alright. I'm dying here. He's even got 7 cards in his hand. Oh, geez. What are you mystical tutoring for? Pretty sure that ends it. He's down to 5 minutes, but he's got plenty of time to kill me. Alright. I made some mistakes. I don't think they really lost me the game. As I said, the Shackles is what killed me. And I could not get around that. And there's only one Smash to Smithereens in the deck. So the chances of drawing it are pretty small. Alright, we got match 3. We are on the draw. Playing against Sidar and Timna. We only have 1 land. Hand looks almost good enough to keep with 1 land. I think I'm going to mulligan it regardless. Alright, this is 0 lands. We have to mulligan that. 0 lands? Wow. I guess we have to keep a 1-lander and take that one. That's pretty rough. Maybe I should have kept the first one. You can't actually keep a one-lander with this deck, but the lack of creatures is what concerned me. Having to play a Goblin Bushwhacker on one didn't seem very optimal. Alright, so he looks like he's going after my lands because I mulligan down to 4. That's pretty nice. I mean, it's probably the correct thing to do. It's almost certainly the correct thing to do. If we can draw another land, we can at least play the Copter. But he's off to a quick start, and we're off to a slow start. And this thing is a 2/5. He's just got to tap his mana, right? Oh, he goes for Tymna. Alright, well, it's looking like my first hand would have been pretty good. But as it stands, I think we're pretty dead. Maybe I should have left Zurgo Bellstriker back to block Tymna, because it has lifelink. Oh, I'm super dead. Nothing I can do about a Jit. Like, I either draw a land or smash the smithereens, you know, like, and then I'm still totally dead. Alright, we got match 4. We're against dots. We're on the draw. Hand looks quite keepable. By the way, Dots is, of course, playing File Smasher and Chrome. Hasn't switched his deck in quite some time. I mean, he's switched the individual cards. Which it is worth noting that he's playing quite a few control magic effects. Or at least he was the last I looked. And those can be pretty devastating to a deck like this. Alright. He gets the draw 3 effect out of the Brainstorm. But does 3 damage to himself on his lands. Gets 2 blue-black. Alright. I'm guessing it's Ash Zealot or Price of Progress. Ash Zealot is the most immediately good. Price of Progress easily does a whole bunch of damage at some time in the future. Alright, yep, there's one control magic effect. Trying to decide how I want to do this. I could waste this firebolt to do 4 damage to him. He's probably taking my Grim Lavamancer next turn. But I don't see us getting to 5 anyways. That's probably pretty decent. I guess it's only doing 1 extra damage because I can attack for 1. But it uses my mana well. Let's just cast the firebolt at his face. And say go. We don't need to use all of our mana. It's definitely better to when you can, but alright, saw that coming. Price of Progress now does 8 damage. He might need to take Grim Lavamancer now. Otherwise he can't block with Vial Smasher. Yep, he goes for it. I can just kill Vial Smasher here now that I drew a land. Or I can trade and kill Grim Lavamancer. Let's just kill it. Unless he has a daze. He has a daze. Fabulous. Okay, we can't attack then. Alright, we forced him to pull a land up. Alright, in a bit of a stalemate here. He's now got enough lands to scrum me. Alright, he's gonna kill Zurgo. The daze was pretty pivotal. Jeez, he is just all over me. Alright. Still winning the damage race. Well, he's got that Grim Lavamancer, right? The thing is killing me. Because the one time he tapped out, he had days. And maybe if I had played around days, I didn't really have anything that would have played around days, I don't think. Am I dead here? Not quite. Price of progress does 10. Not enough. And then we just take perfectly 7 next turn. Alright, he was just all over me. I don't know if there was anything I could have really done about that. Alright, got match 5. We're on the play. Playing against a Loro, so a deck that gains 1 life every turn. Doesn't seem like a great matchup, but we're definitely keeping this. Red Elemental Blast is good. Maybe if we can stop him from gaining life somehow. Well, Harsh Mentor seems pretty good. Oh. I misclicked. Now when he... Alright, we got him under 30. Hashtag magicals. Do we want to just unearth this? Do we want a Sin Prodder? Yeah, let's unearth it. Alright, what's he got? Alright. See what he's got here. Solitary. Alright, let's Dragon Mantle this to draw a card. No sense attacking. He probably has another counterspell, but at least it's making solitary confinement a little worse. We have to try and red Elemental Blast the Ancestral Vision because it makes solitary. Oh, nice. And you skip your draw step. He's down to one card. So that was pretty pivotal. But he still cast a Loro here. It would be dealt to you. Can you power this forever? Can I just like not beat that? This is an instant. He can just not pay for this thing. He can attack Chandra. There's not much we can do about it. +1 it. Do we just do nothing? Yeah, let's do nothing. It's not great. He doesn't have a lot of cards to work with. He's paying 1 mana just to draw a card for his draw step. Why can I not? Oh, he can't block because of his rule. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'd really like to be able to Searing Blood it. He can't really play land either. I guess he could, but then he's just dealing with 0 lands, 0 cards in hand. Like if he cast anything. So we're not. It's a soft lock. It's not a hard lock. We can potentially trade the Dragon Lord for this thing. He can't do much about it. I don't know if that's what we want to, if we want a 2-for-1. But then he cannot recast Oloro. So it might be that he just can't attack any longer. Or he has to sacrifice the solitary confinement. I mean, he's gaining life and we're losing 1 life every turn. Do we want to wait? Let's wait. Maybe I should have pumped it up 2 more. Taking 4 damage isn't great, though. So if he draws something to deal with it, he's not drawing anything more. Yeah, it looks like he's drawn something. All right. I will troop 2-for-1 this thing. Do we play something here? Let's play Chandra. So now he's got to sack the solitary confinement. If he finds a way to recast a Loro, then we've got this Pyroblast. Should I? Yeah, we'll just do 1 damage to him. Alright, what's he getting here? Hopefully it's blue. So he's taking a minute to decide what he's doing here. Ruined Halo. Alright. Naming Zurgo? Or Grim Lavamancer? Zurgo, okay. Do we +1 Chandra or 0 Chandra? Let's 0 it. Alright, Mountain. Got him back under 30. Oh, I didn't play anything. I skipped my combat on my main phase. I meant to play this Dragon Lord. How much is that? 5? Let's 0 Chandra first. Do we sacrifice 2 mountains? We're getting a lot. Or do we pay 6 mana for it? We're drawing a bunch. Don't really care. Don't really have that much graveyard incursion that I'm aware of. So we'll just go ahead and sack that. That's 0 Chandra. Play Mountain. Do 6 more damage to him. This is sorcery. Let's play the Goblin. I don't know if Pyrostatic Pillar really does anything here. Right, we don't want to get rid of the Hell's Thunder. Alright, if you want to do 3 damage to yourself, that's fine by me. I don't think I counter that. Doesn't really progress him. Takes another damage. He could Wrath me. But we got him pretty close to dead. If he doesn't Wrath me, then he's very close to dead. Is he dead now? So 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Let's just Hell's Thunder. All right, managed to pull that one out despite the solitary confinement. Went 2 and 3. It can be hard to get through some of these decks, but that one I'm amazed that we were able to get through. That was pretty awesome. He was gaining 2 life a turn. Solitary confinement was pretty brutal, but it was really cutting down his ability to draw cards. So we managed to play to our outs and get through it.